Toncoin, the token of the open network. What is the relationship between the open network and Telegram?
Well, it's as you described him. It's linked to Telegram, but it's not necessarily that the two are intertwined. You know, one company runs the other. But Ton is the native cryptocurrency of the Telegram app. So users wanting to send payments over the network, they can do so in Ton or in other cryptocurrencies. And there's a whole wealth of other apps that are now building on top of that network using Ton. Things like video games being played inside the app. Those have gotten more and more popular this year. And so any kind of hit to Ton is definitely a hit to the industry as well.
To that end, who is ultimately impacted by this price decline? As I understand, there have been some very large investors in it.
Yeah, so the investors in Ton, I mean, it's not all public, you know, it's token investing, so people can buy it on the open market. But from what we know in terms of those who have declared investments in public funding rounds, you've got the likes of Pantera Capital and Animoca Brands, two really big crypto VCs. You've got market makers like GSR and Wintermute and Cumberland, and you've even got exchanges like Bybit and OKX. They all have some level of investment in Toncoin. And so that's a lot of people who, you know, are a bit suffering slightly from the 20% hit that we've seen to the token in the last 7 days.
Emily, a 20% decline is huge when it comes to pretty much any asset. What is the concern with Durov's arrest and the relationship between Ton and Telegram?
Yeah, I mean, at the minute, it's not like how it was when we've seen other tokens get into trouble in the last few years regulatory-wise. We saw a bunch of cryptocurrencies get named as unregistered securities by the SEC last year. That caused those tokens to go down, and there are a lot of VC investors in those as well. And this is kind of another hit to that model. A lot of VCs have now accept tokens instead of accepting traditional equity. And so that is the reason why there's a bit of concern around this. In terms of, you know, Telegram's future and how that impacts on Ton, well, if Telegram itself is having issues and Ton is what mainly trades on that app, well, that's how the two are linked. But, you know, if one could exist without the other, I mean, Telegram could probably keep going. Whether Ton would really have a home without it is another thing.